Hi YouTube, good afternoon. It's your boy One Take Wonder coming at you with a how to, don't do, and review. Alright, so it's been raining a lot over here. I haven't been able to get any riding material, so I do apologize. But I figure I'd take this time to share what my chosen riding gear is. Had a number of questions regarding it, or when I'm out riding, people stop me and ask me. So I figure I'd share it with you. Alright, so again, if you haven't watched my previous videos, I'm big on safety. I'm in Texas, so I need ventilation, airflow, protection, be able to come back in the same condition in which I left so I can do it all again another day. So the helmets that I utilize are AGV. Currently I utilize a Pista. This one's a GPRR. I also have a GPR. It's a Rossi edition that I wear occasionally, but I don't have the GoPro mount on it due to the amount of sponsorships on there. So I wear that one occasionally, but this is the helmet I primarily wear just because it has a GoPro mount on it. Now, the helmet's very light, very durable. It has a nice carbon twill pattern on it. You can probably see. It is gloss, obviously. I'm not a big fan of the matte, although I have seen some of them in matte and they look really nice. So, a couple things with this helmet are the vents are either open or closed. So, well, this one here, actually it took me a little bit to find this one. There's a lever in the chin. It's either you slide it closed, you can do it halfway, or fully open it. That does allow a lot of wind to come through. However, all these helmets, all these vents up here, these all come with plugs. Now this is a racing inspired helmet. It has the FIM certification on it. So it is primarily meant for the track, but I figure, hey, if it's meant for the track, I can definitely use it on the street, because the street should not be, shouldn't be traveling at as high a speeds or whatever. You know, racing is a much more aggressive environment, so I figure it would definitely do on the street. So with these vents on the top, the plugs are either, they're rubber plugs, and they're either in completely or out completely. I like to feel the ventilation, the airflow, so I take all my plugs out. I will tell you, you can feel the air going through these vents, through your hair, and out the back of your head and the back of your neck. So that is pretty fantastic. Here, let's see, so the visor, the secure mechanism is in the front. And one of the complaints you may hear about this helmet is that the visor is either open or closed. There's no intermediate position. There's no clicking, ratcheting, intermediate position you may find on most helmets, either open or closed. Now you have this where it's not locked. You have a lock, and you will get air if you have it in this position. It's the first click. If you have it in this position, the air will come in under the visor. But then you have the full lock, which is fully closed. Now if you have it like this, but you have this vent open, you will get a fair amount of wind flow. Similarly, or conversely, if you have this vent closed and this in this position where it's just the first click, you will get a fair amount of airflow. Now if you have it closed and these vents closed, you will still get some airflow. So a lot of the purpose behind this helmet, aside from aerodynamics, stability, and lightweight, was ventilation and airflow. So in my opinion, they've done a great job with that. The mirror does stay pretty dark, or excuse me, the visor does stay pretty dark, but if you are riding into the sun at the evening time, and the sun hasn't set, but it's coming out of the west and you're headed west, it will still be the sun will still be pretty bright. All right, the back of the helmet has a visor. It's definitely been redesigned from the Pista GPR, which had that huge, more square plastic wing back there. Then underneath, it's just a hollow piece of plastic, and then the back of the helmet. The inside of the helmet, as you can see here, it's the FIM certification for racing. The Italian colors on the strap. And then That padding in there is adjustable. So it can adjust to my understanding, make it smaller for your head, make it larger for your head. I really haven't messed with it. This is a medium large and it fits my head well. Let's see, these straps right here, emergency, you can pull them to get your helmet off. And then I don't have it attached right now, but these holders right here are for the hose for the hydration system. That does come with the helmet. It is not sold separately. It does come with the helmet. I don't use it, but it is there if you purchase one and you'd like to use it. Also comes with a pin lock. So speaking of pin lock, this helmet is a fog machine. You're riding early in the morning, you have your clear visor on there. If you do not have a pin lock on the inside of your visor installed, your visor will be fogging up like it's going out of style. You'll be trying to ride with your visor half cracked so it doesn't fog up. It is a fog machine, so you will want to make sure when you get a pin lock, if you get this helmet and you have the pin lock, install the pin lock on your whichever visor you use mostly, because this helmet, the previous helmet, they're all a bunch of fog machines, and the visors will fog up to the point where you will not be able to see very well out of them. A couple things to keep in mind is you want to know the shape of your head. I had one of my first pro helmets, or racing helmets, was a Shoei, one of the X models, and I thought it was great. Racing level helmet, top of the line, but it would always start to hurt my head about 45 minutes into the ride, to the point where I'm riding on the road with one hand on my throttle and the other hand pushing on the back of my head of the helmet to relieve the pressure. This helmet fits me like a pillow. Feels like I'm wearing a pillow. So you will definitely want to make sure that you know what the shape of your head is. I would encourage you, when you get a helmet, to wear it around the house for about an hour, just to see. Make sure you push it down on your head so it's against your head. Because if you just put it on but you don't pull it down fully, then your head is not going to go up into the actual helmet. You won't be able to feel, yes, this helmet fits properly. No, it doesn't. Because when you're riding, the air is going to be, you have lift coming from the underside of the helmet, but if you start to increase your speed, you're going to have air blown over the top of the helmet, and it's going to push the helmet down on your head, and that's where you're going to start to feel either your head is the helmet's the proper shape for your head, or the helmet is not the proper shape for your head, and it could be a very miserable ride if you have a helmet that's not the proper shape to fit your head. Also, from what I understand, I normally, whenever I leave, I always put the visor down, but there have been a couple times when I've had the visor up and I've taken off and the visor just automatically shuts. To my understanding, at a certain speed, I think around 40 miles an hour, don't quote me on it, but around 40 miles an hour, the helmet is designed to where the visor will shut automatically for you. Again, when I leave someplace, I normally put the visor down anyway, either into the non-lock position or the first lock position. Then when I'm on the highway, I definitely lock it down. All right, so that is, and again, is very light helmet compared to many other helmets, whether they claim to be carbon fiber or just your regular polycarbonate helmets. It's very easy to switch the visor on here as well. Lift the visor up, and on the sides of the helmet you have these two wings per se. Just pull them down and the visor comes off. To put the visor back on, you line the sides of the visor, and in every visor you can see this hardware. You line this square opening up with this square piece here. I always make sure that the side on which I'm not working is on that plastic piece, so it's not rubbing against the gloss finish of the helmet. And so you'll pull let's kind of push against my waist for stability, but you'll pull the lever down and the plastic will go in there, and then you push the thing up and you can see it's secured. There are two forks that will secure it. So again, you got the plastic thing, square thing here, pull it down, and you can kind of feel around if you're not sure where it is. Push it on there, and then push. I always push this thing up. It's meant to spring up, but I always push it up to be sure. Then it's good to go. All right, I think that's everything. Once again, this is your boy One Take Wonder coming at you with a how to, don't do, and review. And this is one of my helmets that I wear quite frequently. It's the Pista GPRR 100% carbon fiber helmet. If you have any questions, comments, feel free to put them down in the comment section. Like, subscribe if you haven't already, help the channel grow. And also, this helmet is very loud. And so I wear earplugs with all my helmets, but this one you will probably most likely want to definitely wear earplugs with. And if you don't wear earplugs, you will possibly either wish you had put some on, or you'll know to get earplugs for next time. But let me know. All right, have a great day. Keep the rubber side down. Twinkle, twinkle.